live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It is 6 o'clock. It is Saturday. Thank you so much for starting your weekend with us. Really starting off with the bro show here.
Yeah, we are.
Just Justin and I this morning. A lot going on in and around San Antonio. Did you make it out and about yesterday?
A little bit. After a long nap, I did make it out about it. It was nice, and today's going to be even nicer, I think. Yeah, because we have some fog right now, but it goes away quickly. Sun comes out, and it'll be a perfect day. Here's a look at the visibility map. We've got some fog stretching from New Braunfels over to Gonzales. These visibilities are starting to come down, so I would suspect that we'll see some pretty thick fog, especially east of San Antonio. And then also noticing some of that down towards Pleasanton. At the moment, San Antonio is fine. That's not to say we couldn't see a little bit here for the next couple of hours. But if we do, again, it won't last very long. The sun comes out and then turns into a perfect Saturday. Right now we're at 49, 46 in New Braunfels, 43 Seguin, 48 in Bernie, 41 Kerrville. A little chilly out there at the moment. But it'll be a big turnaround today. 57 at 9 o'clock. By noontime, we're at 67 and into the 70s after lunch, and by the afternoon, up to 80. So yes, plenty warm. This is above average. 79 at 5 o'clock, 78 6 p.m. And here's a look at some of the weather headlines. More fog and more clouds on Sundays. So Sunday's going to be a little more of a gray day. And then by Monday, this is when we get to add some storms back in the forecast. So that's our next rain chance, some isolated activity by the afternoon hours. And then we're going to have a fire update for you coming up next half hour. We're going to look at those fires in the Panhandle. And unfortunately, there's a high fire danger again today. We'll tell you what that means for that huge fire up there north of Amarillo. All that's coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Max.
Thank you, Justin. This morning, we now know a 19-year-old in the hospital after police say they shot him once he pointed a gun at them. So this is what we know right now. It happened just after 7 last night. It all unfolded in an apartment complex on the city's northwest side. San Antonio Police Chief William McMahon is on the scene saying the teen was being violent, threatening to kill a female family member, and that family member called police. When officers did arrive, they were going up the stairway when the 19-year-old suspect pointed a shotgun, at officers. That's when both officers responded by drawing their weapons and firing.
The caller was advising the call taker that the suspect was being very violent and was throwing things around the apartment and was saying that he was going to kill the complainant.
At last check, the chief did not know the suspect's condition after the shooting. We do know that that 19-year-old was taken to the hospital. Both officers and the family member who originally called 911 not injured in the shooting. The suspect and officers have not yet been identified.
We got a lot of houses to protect there, not many trucks.
Well, Justin alluded to it earlier. The fight to get these deadly flames under control in the Texas Panhandle, that fight continues this morning. And we're now learning more about the victims of the state's largest fire in our Texas history. The Smokehouse Creek fire claiming the life of 44-year-old Cindy Owen. Family members say the truck driver was working when the flames swept through the area. Owen, unable to escape, she is now the second known wildfire victim. Fire crews say rough terrain making it difficult to stop the flames from spreading, along with strong winds and brittle vegetation. Governor Greg Abbott was in the Panhandle just yesterday, addressed this ongoing state crisis.
Everybody needs to understand that we face enormous potential fire dangers as we head into this weekend. The right elements for a fire will be around. And as much as everybody has gone through this, all of us, must remain vigilant to make sure that all the steps are taken so that we continue to prevent the loss of life.
At last check, the Smokehouse Creek fire only 15% contained. All of this according to the latest data from the Texas A&M Forest Service. Well, back here at home, San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg saying the city looking into an alternative plan to keep the Migrant Resource Center running. The mayor saying that federal government funds this facility, but he says that money can only last so long. Mayor Nirenberg meeting with the president this week to talk about the impact of the migrant crisis here in the Alamo City. And like the president, he's pushing for Congress to act on the bipartisan border bill.
And we need them to hear our local voices to bring that piece of legislation to a vote and to pass that bill that would provide relief to all communities and provide immigration reform that this country needs.
The Migrant Resource Center, it's been operating since the summer of 2021. And remember, the city opened it as a temporary resource. All right, construction ramping up once again at 1604 and I-10 this weekend, marking another round of closures for this busy interchange on the north side. I-10 eastbound closed at 1604 from just south of La Cantera Parkway to just past 1604. That also includes the Cloverleaf ramps at I-10 eastbound, closures along 1604 stretch just from west of La Cantera Parkway almost all the way to Vance Jackson. And then a second closure also underway between 1604, that is between Northwest Military Highway and Highway 281. This affects 1604 in both directions, and this goes until 5 a.m. on Monday morning. And so this morning, Patty Santos explaining that all this construction, well, is building concern for a lot of those nearby businesses.
Hot, fresh pizza that we make our dough in-house. All our ingredients are made in the house.
Adrian Estrada hopes the smell of New York-style pizza will keep luring customers to Perry's Pizzeria at Vance Jackson and Loop 1604.
It's been tough accommodating our employees, especially because the construction is mostly on the weekends, which is our busiest days.
Staff and customers have fought weekend road closures for weeks, and it's taking a toll. Estrada estimates weekend business has dropped 40 to 50%. How much longer can you keep this up?
With spring break and summer coming up, honestly, I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell you just because we depend on that.
Next door, Alma Correas is begging customers to bear with the traffic.
Please don't be discouraged. Come and see us. We have a great staff. Come and look for us. Bear with the traffic with us and the closures.
Correa says delays once made her own trip to work over an hour. The $1.4 billion 1604 North Expansion project is divided into 3 phases. The 1604 I-10 segment is 40% complete. It is set to be finished in 2027. For now, Estrada says businesses near the construction zone are just working to keep their doors open.
We just try to reach out to whoever we can that's in the area, like our hotels that are in the back here. We're trying to do the best we can.
For GMSA, Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
In your morning headlines, CVS and Walgreens now certified to sell the medication abortion pill mifepristone in states where the mifepristone is legal. Now, CVS is planning to begin filling prescriptions in states like Massachusetts and Rhode Island in the coming weeks. More states could and probably will be added on a rolling basis. Walgreens plans to start offering the drug within a week in New York, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, California, and Illinois. The Supreme Court is expected to decide whether to restrict access to the pill by July, as it's at the center of numerous legal challenges. And speaking of legal challenges, the Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, they are cracking down on high-income earners who have not filed income taxes in the past 6 years. The IRS says it's sending compliance letters to more than 125,000 people, some of the millionaires, who have not filed federal tax returns since 2017. Agents using third-party information like W-2s, 1099 forms, identifying several violators. For several years, the IRS did not have the manpower to pursue these offenders, but the agency did receive a boost in resources from the Inflation Reduction Act. Now, tax officials who send those letters and who hopefully others receive those letters, they are urged to act quickly to avoid additional penalties and fines. We talk about Boeing a lot, especially recently with the ongoing plane issue, but they actually have just agreed to pay a fine not related to those issues. This fine is about $51 million, and it's a fine related to violating export rules related to military technology. According to the complaint, between 2013 and 2017, 3 Boeing officials in China allegedly downloaded sensitive information more than 24 times. The documents included information on 2 varieties of air-to-ground missiles and 3 separate models of fighter jets. Boeing also says there were 80 more unauthorized downloads of data that required protection by workers and contractors in 18 countries on top of China. Overall, the State Department says Boeing committed 199 violations of the Arms Export Control Act. Okay, we are in the midst of primary season. Just a few important primary election reminders. Early voting has ended. The polls will reopen on Election Day, Super Tuesday, that is next week, that is March 5th. There's a lot of information out there. We have a lot of it on voting locations and, of course, a sample ballot that you can check out right now. Just head to KSAT.com. And speaking of Super Tuesday, for a rundown of election races, early results here in San Antonio and in and around our communities, Meyer Arthur and Steve Spriester, they're going to be having a Super Tuesday live stream. It's going to be available on all of our KSAT media platforms beginning 7 o'clock Tuesday evening. Time now just about 6:11, 50 degrees. We have a lot coming up here on GMSA through the morning. Another option for parents looking for childcare on the southeast side. A part of a new center will specifically cater to infants and to toddlers. And we know a lot of you out there have some fun, family-friendly activities going on through the weekend. 50 degrees now. Justin telling us it is going to be a gorgeous day to get out and about. We're going to check in with him in just a few moments. Good morning and welcome back. Access to high quality and affordable childcare. It is so difficult to find in the southeast side community, but a new center hoping to change all that. Tiffany Huertas giving us an inside look at the new site that is going to support young learners' growth and, of course, development.
The site is designed with spaces that can help accommodate the needs of educators.
The new Pre-K for SA South Education Center will also have colorful spaces, activity areas, and interactive hallways. Construction is already underway.
We're going to have infant and toddler classrooms, which we've never had before.
The new facility is located near East South Cross and South WW White Road.
What can you tell us about this community and why this is so important here?
Well, we were lucky enough to partner with Peter Holt, who generously donated the land for the site. So that's really an important piece in that. But it was located in the area where we were looking to build a site because we know this is a childcare desert.
Pre-K for SA has another South Education Center located near Southeast Military Drive and South New Braunfels Avenue. But this new facility will replace it.
Pre-K for SA, we have 4 of our own schools, plus we operate the Gardendale Early Learning Program in the Edgewood School District. But we partner with over 100 different providers throughout the city to help them deliver high quality early learning in a variety of different settings.
Bure says data collected at Pre-K for SA shows their programs have not only impacted children, but the lives of their families.
One study showed that families who participate in Pre-K for SA's extended day program, which is for families who work full-time or are going to school, earned about $15,000 more a year just from having access to that program. So it's having a big impact on the current workforce, but also the workforce of the future.
Bure says they hope to open this new center for the 2025-2026 school year. Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
All right, you saw Tiffany out there. It was beautiful, blue skies. She was wearing a jacket. Are we going to need one today?
Maybe this morning for like a couple of hours, and then you can get rid of it. And by the way, Max, have you heard there is an eclipse on April?
I've heard a couple rumors about this. I heard we're the authority, too.
Yeah, we are. The Eclipse Authority. We're excited about this. As you can tell, we've got another fun fact for you today. So here you go. We are 37 days away, Max. You're writing it down on your calendar, my friend. In the U.S., totality will begin at 1:27 p.m. That's out near Eagle Pass. And then it will end in Maine at about 3:35 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So this all happens pretty quick, but it will be incredible. Again, here in San Antonio, it's roughly around 1:30. Of course, we'll be bringing you live coverage as it happens. Outside right now, we're starting to see the sun come up, and you know what? I'm not seeing much fog in that picture. There is some, but not here over San Antonio, at least at the moment. 49 at the airport. New Braunfels is at 46. 43 in Seguin, 54 Bernie, 41 in Kerrville. Not much wind out there. It's a nice morning, just a little bit chilly. If you're going out for the morning run, you may want to dress a little warm. We've got visibility down to about 3/4 of a mile in New Braunfels. 1.5 miles in Gonzales, down towards Pleasanton. We're at 1/4 of a mile, but you see visibility is just fine here around San Antonio. This is a satellite picture that we can kind of see where some of the fog and low clouds are setting up, and we see a little bit of it right there. we can pick up on that. Maybe across parts of Kendall County too, starting to see a little bit of fog show up. So again, if we see some, it won't last all that long. Should go away pretty quickly. 53 at 8 o'clock, 57, 9 a.m. There's the sun. 61, 10 o'clock, noontime, 67. And then a high temperature today of 80. It will still be in the upper 70s around 6 o'clock. So good for any evening plans that you may have as well. As we look at the big picture here, East Coast is busy this morning. We've got a lot of showers and storms there, even a little bit of snow as you get up into upstate New York, and then big storm system moving on board across the West Coast. This is bringing heavy, heavy snow to places in California, the mountain ranges out west. But we're in the middle where things are very quiet. There is not much going on at all here in Texas, and there won't be, at least not today. But as we look forward in time, we do start to see some changes. So just mostly sunny this afternoon. And then by tomorrow morning, fog, clouds come back into place. Sunday is going to be more of a gray day. You're going to see more of these clouds hanging around even into the afternoon. But still no rain. I think that holds off until Monday. You get a little disturbance rolling in. This is not particularly strong, but this time of year, just a little bit of lift. You combine that with some heat and humidity, and you can get some showers and storms going. And I think that'll be the case on Monday. We've got rain chances pegged at about 30%. That's our next best chance. And while I don't think we're going to see a lot of severe weather, we can't rule out a couple of strong storms here and there on Monday. So just something to watch. Rain chances at 30%. And then we're going to bring them back up to 30% again on Thursday. So I've highlighted Monday and Thursday as our days in which our rain chances are best. But even on Wednesday and Friday, we could see a little bit of activity. So here it is in a 7-day forecast. 80 today, 77 tomorrow, and mostly cloudy, and then 30% chance of rain Monday. We will start off with fog again on Monday. Then Tuesday is our warmest day, 84, mostly sunny. Small chance of rain Wednesday, better chance Thursday, as we said. And then by Friday, 20% chance early, and then it should clear out some as we head into next weekend. And don't forget, we spring forward next weekend. That's happening already, if you can believe that. We lose an hour, yeah. It's unfortunate. Yes. But anyway, there's a 7-day forecast, and we've got more coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Good morning and welcome back. In your morning tech news, Apple is allowing users with the latest MacBook Pro and iMac models to fix their own devices. The company expanded its self-service repair program, including computers powered by the new M3 microchip. They also have access to Apple's remote diagnostic tool, in addition to manuals and parts. And Spotify launching a new feature called Song Psychic. It allows users to ask questions and get answers through music. It's like a modern-day 8-ball, offering responses on everything from careers to school to love, all in good fun. So I guess this is Spotify's way of using artificial intelligence. Time now, 6:24, 50 degrees. Spring allergies, no joke here in Texas, gets me every year. Even if you try to stay inside, you still have to deal with those symptoms. What you can do to keep breathing easy indoors, we're going to explain after the break.
Your home may be nice and cozy, but when the air is dry, it can be uncomfortable.
A humidifier can help keep the air inside of your home at a comfortable level. However, a humidifier that isn't cleaned properly can produce mold spores.
Some mold can even cause flu-like symptoms, skin rashes, and irritate your eyes and lungs. To keep your humidifier fresh, follow the manufacturer's instructions for maintenance. But here are some general guidelines. Every day, rinse it, towel dry the tank, and fill with clean water. Every week, give it a deep cleaning with vinegar and replace the filter according to the manual. Newer, more tightly sealed home construction improves energy efficiency, but it also keeps fresh air out. Consumer Report says that can be a potential problem with indoor air pollutants from sources like gas stoves, cleaning agents, pesticides, and aerosols.
In addition to humidifiers, people also use air purifiers to reduce allergens and indoor pollutants. So it's a good idea to keep these well maintained.
You can also improve indoor air quality by vacuuming regularly, limiting indoor smoke, and occasionally letting fresh air in. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy weekend. 6:32 this morning. It is March 2nd. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. Yesterday, a picture-perfect seemingly spring day. I know it's not spring yet, Justin Horn, but you were just telling me we're losing an hour of sleep next week. Please be the bearer of bad news.
It is happening next week. It's not my fault. Yeah, it's still a week away. We can think about that later. But in the meantime, we're feeling the Saturday vibes. It's going to be beautiful today. That's what we're excited about. Blue skies after some fog this morning, and then it turns into a really, really nice day. Now, we do have to mention that up in the Texas Panhandle, it's not going to be such a nice day. There is a high fire danger again this afternoon. And this is in a place where obviously there are huge fires still burning. So this is going to be a big problem. All eyes will be on Amarillo this afternoon. We hope those firefighters will continue to get some of this fire, that big one, the Smokehouse Creek fire, under control. Meantime, across the rest of Texas, we do have some fog that's trying to develop not only along the coast, but here. It's not particularly thick. But we are starting to see a little bit of visibility issues even here around San Antonio. Today's forecast gets us into the 80s. Places like Del Rio and Laredo will be in the upper 80s. It will be a warm afternoon. We'll see a lot of sun here in San Antonio today. And here's a look at the forecast hour by hour. Some fog this morning, 53 at 8 o'clock, 57, 9 a.m. By noontime, 67. We'll take it all the way up to 80, as we said. Then this evening, if you're going to be out and about, temperatures in the 70s. I mean, that is ideal. And then as we look down the line, some rain chances Monday and Thursday. Especially on Monday, we're going to watch for some storms that could develop around the area. We're going to talk more about that. Also, these fires up in the Texas Panhandle, the latest there, here in just a couple minutes, Max.
Thank you, Justin. A San Antonio Fire Department cadet fired after Chavano Park police say he choked a woman and then tried to sexually assault her in late January. Take a look at your screen at John Estrada, taken into custody on January 30th while at the San Antonio Fire Academy on Callahan Road. An SAFD spokesperson confirming that Estrada had been terminated. According to charging paperwork, Estrada faces charges of family violence, strangulation, attempted sexual assault, and unlawful restraint. Well, 3 people now in custody allegedly trying to smuggle migrants through San Antonio. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar saying his office got a tip that an 18-wheeler with human cargo could be passing through the city on Thursday night. This big rig was found. It was stopped near I-10 and WW White area. Inside the trailer, 12 people, 2 of which were children. The driver of the trucker arrested along with drivers. The sheriff says we're trailing the big rig in other vehicles.
In 2020, CR 7363, Mr. Campbell, to the offense of murder alleged as a first-degree felony. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Well, you heard it there. A guilty plea from this man, Damian Campbell. He's the person behind a San Antonio barbershop attack nearly 4 years ago. Campbell taking a plea deal for stabbing and killing someone and then assaulting 2 others. Back in May of 2020, Campbell walked into Diesel Barbershop on Bandera Road during the closed hours, asked for an appointment. While he was in the shop, he stabbed 20-year-old Hella J. Oregon and then attacked 2 other employees inside the store. Reagan actually died at the hospital from those stabbing injuries. Campbell's attorney previously telling KSAT they filed a notice to the court for an insanity defense. Then in October of last year, Campbell was found competent to stand trial. He's scheduled to be sentenced on March 8th. Right now, as it stands, he faces up to 42 years behind bars. Safety concerns over salvage yards might be the fuel needed to change San Antonio's city codes. Now, we told you for months about neighbors' frustrations with Monterey Iron and Metal. The recycling center on the southwest side almost lost its license for multiple code violations, but it is now in compliance with those codes. District 5 Councilwoman Terry Castillo filed a council consideration request creating a task force recommending changes to the city codes. The focus would be specifically on Chapter 11 for fire prevention and Chapter 16 regarding licensing and business regulations.
What we learned and what we heard from community is this went on for far too long, right? And how can we relook at that policy to where there's a quicker trigger and more accountability sooner?
This request is still in the early stages and it has yet to move to the governance committee. We may live in a digital age, but fun fact, most of our history is actually written by hand. And the records that chronicle the centuries of San Antonio's history, Well, that history is aging. The city is trying to preserve them for the future and make them easier for everyone to access them digitally. But the city clerk tells Garrett Berger they need help to make that future a reality.
San Antonio's history goes back to the 1700s, and the city has documents dating back more than 250 years, most of which are not digitized.
These are the records of births and deaths, of city business, laws, and maps, even if those maps don't reflect every important claim.
What is it showing down here?
Brackenridge Park.
So we can see who staked out their campsite for Easter on here. Is that what these claims are on?
But every document reveals something about the story of San Antonio, which is still being written today.
So it just gives you that history and makes you feel connected to the place that you live in.
But for the researchers, engineers, and others who use the archives, getting to and through these records comes with hurdles.
So it's not that easy to find something on a shelf and then to open the book and look through it and find an exact page.
The city has an ongoing plan to digitize the whole archive and at the same time better protect the original documents.
They put it in one of these sleeves and this preserves it.
But that plan could take a chunk of history itself. With the current annual funding of $100 grand, the city clerk says it would take another 6 decades for their vendor to finish the work.
So in 60 years, I don't know how this stuff would even look. It might not even be, it might have disintegrated.
She's asked City Council to consider kicking in a lot more, $1.3 million a year, which she says is enough to finish preserving and digitizing the records in 5 years instead of 60. San Antonians, she says, want to know their city's history.
You may even be a person that comes back and says, hey, what happened in this council meeting 20, 30 years ago? Well, if we don't preserve that, really old stuff, you won't have that.
Funding will be up to council members when they take up the budget this summer and fall. Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Garrett. Well, talks about the Spurs potentially leaving the east side have some community members wondering what is going to happen to the economic development that they were promised.
It being a line or like a stream of businesses and things, it would be great for business and the ambiance of the area.
So Ricky Jenkins, manager for Ball Hogs Barbecue near the Frost Bank Center, says he'd like to see more businesses bring in crowds and more jobs for local residents. His restaurant hires local youth to give them job experience. Bexar County Commissioner, who you see on the screen right now for Precinct 4, Tommy Calvert, saying part of the reason the development project around the center didn't happen was because the community didn't have an initial say.
At this moment, I still have business owners who are complaining that live there at the Andy. We cannot literally get there ourselves, and we can't have our guests come, and we can't have our business associates come. This is no way to be a good neighbor.
We asked the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, who oversees traffic flow during special events at the Frost Bank Center, and they said the cones are there to help move traffic along, but they are open to reviewing plans, ensuring businesses are not negatively impacted. And speaking of which, the popular barbecue restaurant, Augie's, closing its location on Broadway. Now, the owner, is frustrated. He's citing the years of the construction and the pandemic. Now, Augie's Alamo City Barbecue Steakhouse, located in the 900 block of Broadway, it's in the middle of the construction projects that we've been talking about for years. Owners say that the restaurant's been struggling for the last 4 years. Their other location on St. Mary's, that one is still open. Well, a lot happening in and around San Antonio today. Specifically, we have a career fair to tell you about, a range of summer job opportunities at the Parks and Rec Summer Job Fair. Those roles include a lifeguard, administrative associate, recreational instructor, and many more. It's happening from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Frank Garrett Multi-Service Center, 1226 Northwest 18th Street. Those interested encouraged to bring a resume with them and to apply before attending the job fair. Of course, you can head to sanantonio.gov/career center for all the info you need to know. Time now, just about 6:42, 50 degrees. After the break, the importance of mental health. It's something that you hear a lot about, it's something we talk about a lot. The city of San Antonio taking the first step in completing a training program to promote healing year-round. Why one woman believes this could strengthen the core of communities of color. And taking a live look out of the Alamo City, 50 degrees now. What is the rest of the weekend going to look like? When will we see the sun? We're going to check in with Justin Horn in just a few moments. Good morning and welcome Welcome back. San Antonio, the first in the nation to finish initial training for a program that is creating healing year-round. Courtney Friedman speaking with a woman who believes the focus on mental health in communities of color is strengthening the core of the culture.
What goes on in this house stays in this house.
That's the mantra Dr. Keely Petty is trying to dismantle in the BIPOC community, meaning Black, Indigenous people of color.
To include our Hispanic and Latina population, our Asian population, anybody other than our Caucasian family.
She's now the mental health training coordinator for the national health organization WestCare, which just got a $650,000 grant to create a training program for people of color in faith communities.
Do not demonize.
As a pastor herself, she knows it's common in BIPOC communities for people to go to faith leaders for help with things like mental illness.
I have to be able to do more than say, well, let me pray for you, go and be well.
The training is broken down into 3 sessions and subjects: mental health, psychological first aid, and crisis prevention, intervention, and verbal de-escalation.
You can be in any environment and someone can start verbally raging. It's where they use their mouth to do assaultive acts.
That de-escalation could be used with police officers or within the walls of your home. Education that historically was not offered to people of color.
Even if you go back to the beginning of psychology in this country, Black people of color weren't a part of that dynamic.
Rooted in isolation and racism is distrust of a medical system that once abused them. But Petty wants to break free of that.
We can use our voice, we can use our wisdom, and we can use trainings as this to strengthen our knowledge so that we can promote self-healing communities.
Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
All right, yesterday, a picture-perfect day. Were you out and about? You play some basketball?
I didn't play any basketball. I should have. No, but I did take the dog for a walk. We had everyone outside, family yesterday, because it was that nice. It really was. And today's going to be equally as nice, maybe a little warmer. We're going to be up around 80 or so. But I want to show you a cool shot here. This is from NASA Max. So what we're going to do here, this is the Texas Panhandle, the Google image, or the satellite image, I should say, of the Texas Panhandle back on February 25th. Then the fires happened, and I want to show you what it looks like now. So we got burn scars. Jeez. Do you see that there?
Yeah.
Right there. I'll scroll again. It's right where that fire is. And this fire, by the way, this Smokehouse Creek fire, is about 100 miles wide. So you see it northeast of Amarillo there. And this stretches all the way to the Oklahoma border now, and some of this is now leaking over to Oklahoma. So that's just the size of this fire. Absolutely incredible, and it's still going. So this is going to leave a mark for a long, long time. Let me show you the current situation here. So this is 1.1 million acres, officially the largest fire in Texas history, and it is still only 15% contained. The 2 other fires that are sizable, the Windy Deuce fire and the Grapevine Creek fire, they're starting to get under control here, about 60% contained, but still technically burning. And here's the problem. Again, that is the largest wildfire in Texas history, but here's the problem. The fire risk increases again today. Dry conditions, gusty winds in the Texas Panhandle, a very high fire risk. So they're going to have problems again this afternoon. Hopefully no new fires get started, but I think the real issue here is, can they start to get that larger fire under control? We'll see, but today is going to make it tough. We do have a moderate fire danger here, but certainly nothing like what they're dealing with in the Texas Panhandle. As we look outside right now, we can see some of that fog on the horizon, but not seeing much here in San Antonio itself. 49 degrees right now, light north-northwesterly winds, and humidity is high. So the setup is there for some fog, but so far it hasn't been too bad. New Braunfels is down to about half a mile. Pleasanton continues to report some fog, as does Gonzales, and a little bit starting to show up around the Bernie area. We're looking at the satellite picture here, and this is a satellite picture that can show us where we are starting to see some of that fog. Looks like we have some patchy fog down here in Atascosa, Wilson County over towards Gonzales, and then a little patch up here in Kendall County. But again, not much here in San Antonio. And once the sun comes up, we'll see blue skies, especially first half of the day, and then some high clouds come in this afternoon, but we're up around 80, and a lot of places will be in the 80s this afternoon. Water vapor imagery. So this shows us where the moisture is in the upper levels of the atmosphere. And we can see that we've got a good flow coming out of the Pacific again. This has been pretty consistent. So these are some of the high clouds that are working later today, but it's within this flow. You get these little ripples, little disturbances. And there's one that's going to show up on Monday. And when it comes through, it will bring some showers and storms with it. In the meantime, foggy tomorrow, more clouds. Sunday's going to be more of a gray day. We're going to see more cloud cover than today. And then as we get into Monday, here comes that little disturbance. It starts to generate some showers on Monday. Now, this model does not show much, but I think we have the opportunity to get some isolated showers and storms going during the day on Monday and into Monday night. I don't expect a lot of severe weather, but there could be 1 or 2 strong storms mixed in there. 77 tomorrow, mostly cloudy. And they'll look for 78 Monday, 30% chance of rain. Skies clear on Tuesday, 84. Wednesday will be fairly warm. And then our next chance, decent chance for rain that is, shows up on Thursday. So a more active week as we're getting a little bit closer to spring. It's feeling a lot more like spring with these temperatures.
I mean, this is picture perfect.
It is. Today's a good day for yard work. I have that in my plans, in theory.
Let's see what happens after GMSA. That nap might take over.
That's the thing. But yeah, it's a good day for that.
All right. Thank you, Justin. 6:51, 50 degrees. Justin, you a lottery person?
Not at all.
Okay. Really? Not even like a scratch off here and there?
I guess I should be. But
I mean, San Antonio's been pretty lucky. I'm just going to throw it out there. So here's some numbers that you need to know this morning. Pick 3, 054, Fireball 3, Daily 4, 5598, Fireball 9, your Cash 5, 13, 24, 25, 28, 33. Here we go, Mega Millions, 15, 33, 37, 55, 61. Big number 24, Megaplier 4. Good luck. We'll be right back. Good morning, welcome back. It is the day thrill seekers have been waiting for, and it's happening today. A brand new attraction of its grand opening at SeaWorld San Antonio. Now, we are talking about Catapult Falls. It is the world's first launched flume coaster. Are you a big SeaWorld person? Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. It features the steepest drop of any flume ride. Now, the park opens at 10:30 a.m. The Catapult Falls. It is set to open at 11:30 a.m. If you want more information about the new ride, just head to KSAT.com. Time is 6:55, 50 degrees. We'll be right back. Good morning and welcome back. Some exciting news in the world of science. The San Antonio River Authority announcing a new species of fish has been spotted at the Mission Reach portion of the San Antonio River. So this guy that you see on your screen right now, a spotted gar, am I saying that right, Justin?
Yeah.
All right. Found amongst the 25 different species living in the area of the river. San Antonio River Association says it is a sign of diversity and that the water quality is excellent. Okay. Can you eat that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. San Antonio River Authority was conducting a survey with scientists from Texas A&M University and Texas State. That's when they found the species. The scientists are studying how the fish community at Mission Reach have responded after the area was restored just 10 years ago. And Justin, it seems like it's going to be a beautiful day to head out to the river.
It is. That gar looks like it's from the prehistoric days, like it lived when the dinosaurs lived. 80 degrees today. It is going to be beautiful to be out and about. 77 tomorrow. Some fog and clouds early on your Sunday, and then we clear out some during the afternoon, but certainly more clouds tomorrow than today. 30% chance of rain coming up on Monday after some morning fog. We'll get a break Tuesday, and then some more chances coming up Wednesday into Thursday. So some opportunities for rain here. It's not going to be widespread. It'll be the hit or miss type stuff. But we do have some chances coming up, which is nice. And yes, unfortunately, next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend, we spring forward.
Okay. Did you strategically offer to fill in this weekend because you knew next weekend you'd lose an hour of sleep?
Well, maybe.
Okay.
Now that you say that, it does work out kind of well.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to take an hour-long break for Good Morning America. See you back here at 8 a.m.